What's going on, guys? It's iiPerplexxii here today, and I'm coming at you with a story today. Just the webcam today, no gameplay, nothing. Before I start the story actually that I wanted to share with you guys, I just want to say I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and now I'm just gonna get started into the story. So basically this is a story about my first and seventh period teacher. It just happened recently, and there's been multiple occasions when this actually happened. So I'll just get into like the backstory of what is basically happening in my first and seventh periods. um First and seventh period, I'd say, is really boring for me. um it's just probably the most boring class I have, besides my sixth period isn't really that boring, but it's just I hate going to my sixth period. So my first period is intro to IT, and this class is really easy, don't get me wrong, but it's just really boring, and the workload that we have, it's very easy. Literally no work. We get like one assignment a week. That's really it, and then the assignment you can do in less than a class period, and then you have the entire week to yourself basically in that class. And in my seventh period, it's game simulation. I just so happen to have my IT teacher to be in my game sim class, and it's the same room. So I had to sit in the same seat basically for 2 hours, and it's the same workload as IT, except we have groups. So that's probably even more boring, since a lot of the people, I'd say for the at least like 70% of the people in those classes, they have no idea how to use a computer properly. The 30%, they're usually like, and it's the the 30% that make up the other part of the class, their experience, they took IT already, intro to IT, so they're generally familiar with computers and whatnot. Most of the class is made up of freshmen. I'm a freshman myself, and the 30% is I have a senior in my game sim class for some reason. It's just regular game simulation, and he doesn't do any work really. I mean, because it's so easy, so he just does it in basically 10 minutes, because he's done a bunch of this stuff before, like similar stuff. So I don't know why he's in there. I don't know if he wanted the credit or not, but for some reason he's in there. Now, it's not the people that are in the class, it's not the class itself, it's the teacher that I have a big problem with. The teacher, I mean, we have, I guess, a good relationship, I guess. So this is how my day starts off. I walk in, he stands at the door, he says hi to me. I go sit in my seat, he tells us what to do, and he goes sit down at his desk for the rest of the class. And he stays there for the entire class. And he only gets up when someone needs help, because he doesn't show us how to do it, he just gives us the instructions, and then he just sits down. It's the most boring class ever. Another thing that really pisses me off about the class, not the class itself, but the teacher again, is the way he grades his assignments. Now, he wants his assignments in a certain format. A lot of the times he doesn't even check the files, he just makes sure we submitted them. And so every week we have this reading assignment, and the reading assignment he doesn't check at all, but the other assignments he does. And this reading assignment that we got last week, that was due this week because it was like a long reading assignment, and he didn't even check the files. Like, he didn't open them at all. We had to write an essay. He doesn't even check the files, he just checks what I submitted to him, because he has a website, and then we send in the files to him instead of just printing it out or writing it. And I submit the files to him on the day that he wants it, and it's not even late. He checks it, he takes off a 60, it said -20 informative essay missing. And I even told him, I said, the essay's in one of the files, why don't you go check it and make sure that it's there, because I rechecked the assignment to make sure the essay was there, and I submitted it to him. And he basically told me I couldn't find the essay. I asked him if he even opened the files, if he even bothered, and he said no. So I told him which file it was, and I told him that the essay's there, you just have to look for it. He just sits down and doesn't even check the files. He helps other people, but he just completely disregards my statement about the assignment. Like, basically just threw none of the bus, and he just went about his day. I mean, I got pissed because that assignment was like a big chunk of my grade, and my grade got a little bit lower because of that one assignment, and I did everything correctly. It's just he was too lazy to check the file, and god, and then he helps us with something. He expects us to know exactly how to do it his way when he barely shows us how to do it the way that he wants it to. And the class is just so confusing in the way that he formatted it. This is why I just don't like those classes that I have him with. So yeah, before I do my outro, I just wanted to give a shout out to my friend. He got kicked out of the same class from the same teacher because those two didn't get along so well. I'll leave a link to his description. He does similar things to me. He does like COD commentaries and all that stuff, and he's really good. You guys should go check him out sometime. Yeah, I'll just leave it in the description. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and leave any comments you have in the comment section. And just before we go, I wanted to ask you guys, so a lot of YouTubers, they usually have a name that they call their subs, and I was just, thinking like, what should I call you guys? For some reason it just clicked in me for some reason when I was thinking about calling my subs something, which is you guys again. And the first thing that clicked in my head was pandas for some reason. I have no idea why, but yeah, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.